Window to China and Xinyu has reached out to the hundreds of Chinese community, Asian community, and American community on performance, interview in education, politics, culture, etc. It's a link for all the communities. Xinyu and Judy Wu, the publisher AC Business, are making joint efforts to promote the program on Newspaper Weekly. Window to China and Xinyu is a 30 minutes long English program. It will be available on YouTube, Facebook, Google+, AC Business News by keywords Window to China and Xinyu. Welcome Window to China today. I'm pleased to welcome Koran Saines. So he is going to run for the Sterling District seat on the Board of Supervisors. Welcome to you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Well, first I want to say, Z, thank you for having me again. It was a pleasure to be back on your show. It was a few months ago that we were on here when we were trying to, on the Young Democrats panel. So my name is Koran Saines, Sterling District Supervisor candidate on the Loudoun County Board of Supervisors. I am born and raised here in Northern Virginia. I was actually born in Fairfax Hospital. Was raised in
that hospital?
Yes, that hospital. I was raised in Sterling, Virginia. Graduate of Broad Run High School, class of 1999. Went to college out in Indiana. Decided to go away for a little bit. Graduated in 2003, and. You know, I've been active in my community for some time now. I am the president of the Loudoun County Young Democrats organization and vice chair of the Loudoun County Democratic Committee. I have been on my homeowner association board since 2009. My first stint was as a secretary, and the last two terms I should say, sorry, I have been the vice president. And I have an 8-year-old son. I'm a member of the Northern Virginia Urban League Young Professionals Network Group, and I believe that, again, young people like myself need to be more involved in the political process, more involved in the community, and give back as well, because we are the future, and we need to help start forming our path and trailblazing a path for ourselves and others that are coming behind us.
I know you have been for a while involved in the political, activities. So, but still, I think it's what makes you run for supervisor is still very hard to make that decision.
Yes, it was a very tough decision to make, but a decision I am glad and happy that I did make the decision to throw my name in the hat and run for the Sterling District supervisor position. The main reasons I decided to run was I was just not happy and tired of the lack of representation that we are currently receiving from our current Board of Supervisor member. And after talking to a lot of residents and other people that are involved in the community, we all were thinking the same thing and just we're tired of it and felt, okay, well, I'm tired of it. It's time for me to step up, get involved, and bring about change to my community in Sterling and Loudoun County as a whole. So yeah, to answer your question.
Why do you think you are the better candidate?
I just feel that I'm going to bring a new energy, new perspective. I'm going to be thinking outside the box and coloring outside the lines. And bringing some new ideas to the Board of Supervisors. I feel I'm able to reach and connect with others that are in our community. That's the Hispanic Latino community, African American community, and of course the younger people that are constantly moving into our community in Sterling and Loudoun County as a whole. And of course, definitely going to reach out to those who have been in the community for a while, like myself, and get their take on things and see what they would like to change and what their thoughts on how we can bring about change. But I just feel I'm the leader for today's Sterling, because Sterling is a hotbed of new people moving into the county, new people moving to the area, and it's like for myself, this is my first time being a homeowner when I moved into my home in 2009. So there are a lot of people who are new homeowners and just starting out with their their families. I have a young family, so I think I can have a better connection with them and give them that voice that they're looking for to help shape Sterling and Loudoun County for a brighter future.
So you make a point. So you want to make change. What do you think? What the most people need to make a change in Sterling District?
In the Sterling District, some changes are our shopping center, for example, has been neglected. There are a lot of, unfortunately, storefronts that are empty, and I like to work with the developers, work with our business leaders in the community, and see if we can bring some new businesses into that Sterling Shopping Center. I would definitely like to have that shopping center redeveloped, and I would like to work with the developers, work again with business owners to redevelop that shopping center for the Sterling that I envision, and the Sterling that a lot of the residents envision, where it's a mixed use of a shopping center, community center, business offices, have some parks, have some walking trails, because there's a lot of space there. We just are underutilizing it, so we need to redevelop it and utilize all that space that is there in the Sterling Shopping Center and other locations throughout the Sterling District as a whole as well. Do more investment, bring more money into the district. Like I said, bring new businesses into the district, because there's always businesses looking to move into Northern Virginia area, and I feel Loudoun County as a whole, we've done okay attracting new businesses and keeping businesses that are there, but we need to do a better job of attracting new business, bringing them to the county and to Sterling. There's a lot of area in Sterling where they can redevelop the office space, and there's parking lots that can be turned into business properties, or like I said, mixed use where it's a shopping center but has some businesses there and some new stores. So I believe if we do that, that'll bring in some new dollars and grow the economy in Loudoun County and in Sterling, and then we can be able to have some people connect with those businesses and get new jobs.
Seems you have a very clear goal, but I think still have challenge you face. How you campaign for that? How you make this come true? What are the challenges you face? The
challenges with our campaign, which we're going to overcome, is getting our name out there, connecting with the voters, connecting with the residents that are in Sterling and then Loudoun County. So I have a three-step approach. It's a grassroots campaign, which is going to be registration, because first you need to register to vote. So make sure you guys register to vote when the elections come up in November, and always vote. Secondly, it's education. You need to be educated when you go to the polls and vote. You need to know who's running, who's speaking to the issues, who's saying what, and what platform they're running on, so you can know, okay, I'm going to vote for this candidate because they're saying this, or I'm going to vote for this candidate because they're saying that. And then activation. You need to be activated. We're going to activate people, remind them when the election is, remind them where their polling location is, and so they're going to be activated and motivated to go to the polls on November 3rd, 2015 and vote. So that's part of the approach, and it's definitely getting out there, talking to the people, talking to the business owners, talking to the residents. Like I said before, new people that are moving in, old people that have well, I shouldn't say old, but those who've been established and have been in the community for a long time, and get their input. Talk to the teachers, talk to the students, because again, our kids are our future, so we definitely want to listen to what they have to say. And children, they're paying attention. The kids these days are very bright, and they have stuff to say, and I would like to listen to them as well and get their input. And definitely we're going to be diversify and go out to everybody in the community. That's La Raza Group, NAACP, Jack and Jill organizations, fraternities, sororities. We're going to talk to everybody. We're going to go to the Adams Center, which is a great community center in our area for Muslims in the Sterling area in Northern Virginia. We're definitely going to reach out to them. We're going to go to everybody. We're leaving no stone untouched. We're going to get input from everybody and be that voice for everybody, because right now not everybody has that voice.
So I mean, if you want to make change, then have a better community. What's your view on education, like pre-Ks and then K-12 or community college? What you will focus on for your campaign?
Education, it will be one of my main focuses on my campaign. Right now, I don't know if you're in Loudoun County, we are one of the last counties in the Commonwealth of Virginia that doesn't even have full-day kindergarten for all families. We don't even have a plan to say, okay, 5 years we're going to do this, and this to get there. And when I say all families, Loudoun County does have full-day kindergarten for some students, but we want to make sure that all families have the are able to send their children to full-day kindergarten. And we'll be working with the school board, and if I'm on the board of supervisors, working with the PTA groups, LEA, Loudoun County Education Association, Teachers Union, working with them to come up with a nice cohesive plan to get there and have full-day kindergarten for all families in the county. And I believe education is very key and very important for our kids. We need to put our kids first. We need to invest in them because, again, they are our future, and they're going to be taking us and leading us forward into the 22nd, 23rd, century. So I do believe that education is very important, and the sooner we get children into schools, and parents, of course, need to be working with them at home, teaching them their ABCs, reading the Dr. Seuss books with them, doing the ABC mouse programs, and Hooked on Phonics, different programs, whatever might work for your child, because every child learns differently. But I believe it definitely starts at home, and with your family, with your friends, and your neighbors in your community, and then expands out to the school system, and then goes out there. But education is very important. That would be one of my key focuses on my campaign.
Even Obama is advocate the 2 years free college, community college. So what your point on the community college?
I think it's a good approach, good idea. As you currently know, here in Northern Virginia, we have one of the best community college systems in the country with Nova, and there already is a program in place where if you go to Nova and you study hard, get the good grades, you're guaranteed admission to one of the major, Virginia Tech, William & Mary, James Madison, Old Dominion, et cetera. You're guaranteed admission to those schools. So I definitely want to see that program continued, because not everybody has the means or may not be prepared and mentally ready to leave home and go to a 4-year college for all 4 years. So I think going to a 2-year, getting their feet wet in the college experience, getting their grades up, and having that guaranteed admission to a 4-year college is a great program. But I do think the proposal that President Obama made is a very good one, and we need to look into it a little bit further and see if we can make it work here in Virginia. But I think we already have a very good plan in place. But like I said, that's part of the out of box thinking that I like to bring to the table, where you look at things, you talk to different people, talk to different groups, and people have different thinking, and just everybody comes to the table, pitches their idea, and then you can sit down, take the best points from all those different ideas and bring it together as a whole, and then make it into a legislative body. And that's kind of what I do right now anyway in my professional work. I'm a human resources manager. I forgot to say that when I was introducing myself, but that's what I do every day, is where people come and they might have an issue with their boss or a coworker, or they don't understand a policy, so they have to sit with them, have a good conversation, understand their thinking, understand what happened, and come up with a solution to make sure everybody moves forward and stays on task with the goal at hand, which is it's obviously earning a good paycheck and working for the company that you're working for, and making sure your company's moving forward with their mission statements and goals. Or if I see at work there's an issue that's coming up, I do sit down with management, sit down with our staff, and come up with a policy or a memo that says, okay, gets everybody back on point, or gets everybody moving in the right direction, that there's a trend that's starting to happen. So with me doing that every day as a human resources professional, I think that can work very well, being on the board of supervisors in my county. And like I said, I was on my HOA, Homeowner Association board, where we've had to make tough decisions, and we had to do a renovation project, and I sat on the board, listened to all the residents' ideas and thoughts. There are many, and we made a final decision to do a renovation project where we went out, had to get a loan, and get the project done. But everybody is thankful and happy with that decision. So again, that's some of the stuff, some of my thinking, my processes that I'll bring to the Board of Supervisors, where the Board of Supervisors, I believe, needs to work with our school board better, because right now there's not cohesive communication, that they're not working together, not gelling well. So where me and my fellow candidates that are running right now, we all have vowed that we will work together to make things work better in Loudoun County.
Except for the many areas you work on now, so the transportation issue becomes a heated topic. So how do you fix the transportation issue if you are elected as a supervisor?
Yeah, I think everybody can agree transportation is a big issue. No matter where you go, if you're in Sterling, Ashburn, Leesburg, Reston, Fairfax, Tysons, Arlington, Alexandria, it's our transportation in this area is a mess, and of course people are working on trying to get fixes where they just updated 95. We finally have the Silver Line coming out to Fairfax County, out in Reston and Herndon, and eventually we'll make it out to Loudoun County. But I feel we can do a little bit more, and again, this is some of the outside thinking where one of my thoughts was to encourage businesses to allow their employees, obviously every job in hand, but give the companies some incentives to entice them to let their employees telework. Also, one idea from home. So I think we need to encourage our businesses to allow employees to telework more and give them incentives. And when I say incentives, of course, we're not going to give away the whole house and kitchen and tub in hand, but give the companies some incentives to entice them to let their employees telework. Also, one idea I was thinking was there's a lot of office space not being used in a lot of different areas. You can drive around, you'll see for lease, for sale signs up in a lot of office space. So I'm thinking where businesses and the county need to work together, identify those locations, and they have a partnership, a co-op, where several businesses can rent space from the county or whoever owns that office building, and they set up satellite offices. So for example, if you have an employee that lives out in Middleburg or Purcellville, and their office that they're supposed to be driving to every day is in Tyson's Corner or even DC even, that's a lot of miles and cars on the road each and every single day. So say set up a satellite office in Reston or even Tyson's or even Ashburn, so where these people are driving in, they can work with other coworkers or either other workers who will be doing the same thing with 4 or 5 different companies in these office spaces. And I think that it's a short fix, but it's a fix that I think we need to look at, because that will really relieve some of the traffic on our roads every single day, and that will give us time to come up with a bigger and better plan to advance our transportation projects and maybe continue having Metro reach out to different areas that currently do not have Metro, or we need to work on areas that might not have a vast bus transportation system like the Fairfax Connection, like you have in Fairfax County. Where in Loudoun County we have a Loudoun Connection, is not as robust as the Fairfax Connector, but it's getting there, and we can give it some time to get there. But I think we need to look at that. So those would be some of my suggestions and some of my initial ideas on fixing our transportation, at least where I live at. And then like again, I would like to hear from other groups of people, businesses, and different organizations, hear their ideas and thoughts, and we can all sit at the table and then come up with different ideas and take the best of each thing and kind of pool something, a policy or a suggestion together to present to the powers that be, and move that agenda forward.
Wow! So after you announced to run for the supervisor, you will work on the campaign. So what really matters for your campaign? What is the message you want the voters to know?
Okay, well, we kind of covered some of that right now. Education is one, definitely. I believe we need to put our kids first and invest in their future. 2, transportation, because as Loudoun County, Fairfax County, you pull all these different magazines, all these different polls for the last 10, 15 years, we're at the top of the list. So we know people are going to be continuing to move into our area, so we need to continue to think on how we can fix our transportation issues and improve on them. So that's education, transportation. And I'm running for Sterling District Supervisor on the Loudoun County Board of Supervisors, so of course Sterling would be one of my main issues, one of my main focuses on how we can revitalize Sterling and move it forward for the future and move it and make it bigger and better. And when I say bigger, I don't mean just expansive, turning into this massive city, but when I say bigger, just taking what we have there and making it better. Expanding on what we have, redeveloping it, and bringing in some new thoughts and ideas and business owners into the area, and involving the community a lot more. Also, I touched on this a little bit earlier. I'm going to be posting out, and sending out a survey to residents in Sterling and Loudoun County, and I want to hear from them what their ideas and some of their concerns are, and we'll pick from there and add that to my campaign. And my campaign is definitely going to be about reaching out to residents and involving volunteers from all walks of life and getting them involved.
I mean, it seems you have very clear vision, and you are willing, have passion to serve for people. So what do you think the people in your community, they are looking for? What kind of community they are looking for? Like a very diverse community?
Yes, Sterling is a very diverse community, and currently right now there's a lot of separation, and people want to come together more and meet their neighbors more more, interact with their neighbors more, and by having a bigger and better community center, a newer community center, we'll do those. We'll meet those goals. By having a newer fire station, we'll have that goal. By having a newer Sterling library, we'll have that goals where people can come in. It's a nice facility where people are not ashamed to go there. When you go there, they'll interact with their neighbors, have more fun, meet new people, and we'll all grow together as one community.
So what are other issues like creating jobs and protecting environment? Have you any ideas? Do you think that will be important issue when you are selecting?
Yeah, creating jobs, I think everybody is on board with that. We're creating new jobs and making sure we keep jobs in our area and attract new businesses. Recently we've had a gold rush, so to speak, of data for structures being built in Loudoun County that hold the cloud, and we can continue to attract IT and technology companies to the area, and we can expand on that as well and bring some new jobs into the area, because we have a lot of people here that are looking for work and better pay. Environment, of course, I'm always in favor of the environment, because this is our earth. We need to take care of it and make sure we are continuing to educate and advocate for recyclable usage. And I believe we should encourage people to use the recyclable bags when they go to the grocery store, go shopping, and we should give incentives, not just the 5-cent incentive, but I think maybe award people a little bit more for using their reusable bags. But that's initiative that is just caught on a little bit. I know some other counties have actually made it a law to where you have to use those recyclable bags, but I think we need to keep going in that direction. Encourage people to maybe look at buying hybrid cars, and maybe we need to give back the benefit of having a hybrid car with a hybrid license or the eco-friendly type vehicle, so that will encourage more people to buy those type of vehicles and have those on the roads while they're driving to work every single day.
You mentioned other counties like Fairfax County, Loudoun County. They all become to the top better living place. What do you think the Sterling district? So you need to focus on the issues or make them better or learn from other counties?
Yeah, we can always learn from others. So, definitely look at how Fairfax County, they were kind of like Loudoun County many years ago. So we can look at that model and take on the good parts of it and add our own thoughts into it and make it better and adapt it for Loudoun County so we can adjust and continue to grow with Loudoun County and not always fighting against the growth, because the growth is coming. Whether we like it or not, we need to work with the growth and control it and have a better plan for the future. Why are we the best? Well, we have a lot of government employees, so you have a lot of government contractors, and of course the government's here in our area, so that's one, of course, and everybody works with the government. It seems like everybody you talk to, one out of
got the grants
exactly.
and investment from government.
So that's one reason. Second reason is that this is just a very good community area. If you're in Loudoun County, Fairfax County, Prince William, Prince George's, it's just a very good area to have a family and grow your family in the area. And I'm a product of this area, and I'm glad to live here. I had my friends, growing up, I've had a multipod of friends. They're African American, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, from all walks of life. We're all still friends to this day. Even some of us, we still get together actually on Sundays or Tuesdays. We get together and play basketball. And I know we've all known each other since I moved to Sterling from the 7th grade, and we're all still friends to this day. And like I said, it's everybody from all walks of life. So that is what you see in this area. It's just a melting pot of a lot of different cultures, which is just great, I think. And we can learn from different cultures, interact with them, and everybody has a good time. And I think another reason why people like this area is the different seasons. We literally have spring, summer, fall, and winter. Right now we're in winter, but everybody likes that. And then you can drive within a half-hour, 45-minute distance and go to the mountains and go skiing during the winter time, or you can drive 45 minutes, go to Luray Caverns. You can drive another 45 minutes, you'll be in West Virginia, or you can drive 45 minutes on Route 15, you'll be in wine country out in Middleburg. Pittsburgh and down 81 and see all the different wine vineyards. And we have city. Do you want to go to the city? We have the suburbs. So there's a lot for everybody to do here. And then of course we're so close to the ocean, New York City, Atlanta, Chicago, and then you have Reagan Airport, Dulles Airport. You can fly anywhere and be anywhere in the world, in the country, in some time. So I think those are why this is just a great place to live.
Hey, I agree. This is a great place. I think it's a better place to invest, put the investment, also put the development projects or ideas in. I hope voters can get your message. Of course, get a message from my show, also from your Facebook, your website. What your website is?
My website is www.koranforsterling.com. That's KORANFOR Sterling STERLING.com. You can visit us on Facebook as well, Koran for Sterling Board of Supervisors. And again, thank you so much for having me on. And please visit the website, everybody.
Oh, thank you for being on the show. We will wrap up. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Window to China and Xinyu has reached out to the hundreds of Chinese community, Asian community, and American community on performance, interview in education, politics, culture, etc. It's a link for all the communities. Xinyu and Judy Wu, the publisher AC Business, are making joint efforts to promote the program on Newspaper Weekly. Window to China and Xinyu is a 30 minutes long English program. It will be available on YouTube, Facebook, Google+, AC Business News by keywords Window to China and Xinyu.